Hello everyone. So we are back with the session of goal setting. Setting goals is very important, right? And there's a one proverb which says, be a goal digger. I'm not talking about gold digger. I'm talking about be a goal digger. Yes. Take the goal, set the goals for your life and give your life a meaning to achieve something in your life. So in the last session, we have discussed about the SMART goals, different types of SMART goals, and what are the principles of setting these SMART goals. Now today we are going to start something new, and when we are talking about something new, it means today we will be talking about procrastination. How procrastination is related to goal. We'll be discussing about that. But before that, let's just see what you can see on the screen. A goal without a plan is only a dream. What it says, a goal without a plan is only a dream. Do you think it is right what it's written over here? No. Obviously, yes. If you have set a goal, but if you do not have a plan to accomplish your goal, if you do not have a plan to achieve your goal, if you do not have a plan to reach closer to your goal, it is just a dream which you are seeing with open eyes. And that is why we say a goal without a plan is only a dream. So what do you want to set for yourself? Do you want to set a goal for yourself, or you just want to dream with your open eyes? So yes, it is absolutely right that if you do not plan out for your goals, if you do not write the goals, your goals are merely the plan which you have set for yourself. Maybe it will not give you the returns which you want. So if you set a goal, make sure you plan it properly, what you want to achieve, why you want to achieve, when you want to achieve. You know, a goal is something which has few basic ingredients. Like if we talk about any vegetable, you know, any vegetable will have salt, chili by default in it, right? These are the two things, either oil and ghee, something that these are the things which will be there in it no matter which vegetable we are preparing. Same way, goal is something in which you have few things which are going to be there by default. That means the timeline, time frame, realistic and achievable, and measurable, so that you can measure the success, whether you're reaching close to your goal or you are very far away from the goal, because measuring the goals will help you in case you need to make any kind of changes in your goal. So that is why we say measuring the goal is again very, very important. A goal is a dream with a deadline. Then what did we see? If we are not planning for the goal, that is just a dream. Now, if we have set the goals, if we have planned for the goals, then we can say that it is a dream to which we have given a deadline to bring that dream into reality. And that is absolutely right, that a goal is a dream with a deadline. You just want to achieve something. You have not got that thing. You just imagined. So it's a dream which you just want to make it come true. So to make it true, you just are adding a deadline. You're just giving a deadline that by this time, at this date, I will achieve my goal. I'll be closer to reaching my goal. And that is why we say that a goal is a dream with the deadlines, but a goal is a dream if we do not have a plan. So now in today's session, we will be discussing about procrastination and goal setting. Now there are two terms which are linked together, that is procrastination and goal setting. So what is procrastination? What do you think? What is procrastination? I did this thing. I know this thing, but let me just finish it after some time. Oh, my assignment is pending. Let me just finish off my assignment after some time. What's the time for me to iron my clothes? Oh, let me do it after some time. What you're doing? Later, afterwards, after some time, tomorrow, on Friday, on Saturday, on Sunday, after my school, in winter vacation, in summer vacation. What you're doing? Simply postponing the things. When you are just postponing the things for things to be completed at some later hours, at some other day, that is known as procrastination. What do you think? Is procrastination the part of our life? Yes. Procrastination is the part of our life. We do procrastinate, maybe every day we are procrastinating the things. Go and keep the things on proper place. Oh, I'm busy right now. I'll do it later. Okay, let's just start with the studies. Exams are approaching, so let's start studying. Not right now. I'll do it later. So you keep on postponing the things, and ultimately at the end of the day or after some time, you realize that this procrastination has caused you a lot of damages. On the last day of the examination, a night before the examination, you are just running here and there to cover your course, to complete your course. Just 5 minutes prior to the exam, you are just turning on the pages as if in 5 minutes you are going to read everything. Why that happened? That is the result of procrastination. So procrastination in simple terms mean P for procrastination and P for postponing. When you just postpone the things, when you just keep the important and urgent things aside without paying attention to them or delaying them, that is known as procrastination. And yes, procrastination is really very bad. Procrastination is not good for personal as well as for your professional life. Many times you might have heard people plan out the things, okay, not right now, and after some time they are unable to do that thing because you have the time right now. You do not know what uncertainties are waiting for you at later hours of the day. So why do you want to postpone the things for later hours? It's better to do the things now rather than postponing it for the later hours. So let's see, what is procrastination? Procrastination is engaging in something other than what you really need to be doing to reach your goals or to accomplish an important task. Let's say at this point of time, after 1 month, your exams are going to start. For this point of time, what is important? What is important? 26. It's important for you to study rather than planning out a trip with your friends. Do not delay your study just to do something which is not very important at that point of time. That is procrastination. So procrastination simply means you are engaging yourself at something. Maybe that thing is also important, but for that specific point of time, that was not required. So procrastination is engaging in something other than what you really need to be doing to reach your goal or to accomplish an important task. Yeah, you're just simply entering into something which is not at all important. Not defined by the behavior you are doing at the time, but rather by the purpose of that behavior. Procrastination, you cannot see right now, you are just folding your laundry and you're just sitting free. You are not having anything. So that is not procrastination, but it's the time for you to study, to prepare for tomorrow's exam. And at that time, you are choosing to fold your laundry, which is not important. That can be done tomorrow. But at that point of time, if you're doing that thing, that is procrastination. That behavior of yours is procrastination. So this is known as procrastination. Now, what are the forms of procrastination? Some common behaviors or activities which are related to procrastination. The first activity is watching TV and 65, 66, 67, 68. Yes. So the first form of procrastination is watching TV and especially Netflix. So, most of the time, one of the common way of procrastination is you avoid the things, you keep the things aside just for watching TV or especially Netflix, listening to the radio, spending most of the time or maximum part of the day listening to the radio, talking on the phone, hanging out with the friends, going to the gym, surfing web, doing laundry, writing letters, checking, reading magazine, checking your emails again and again, checking your mailbox, doing anything which just keeps you busy. These are some of the common forms of procrastination. Now, why do people procrastinate? There might be some reason that people are procrastinating, right? There might be some reason for procrastination. So what is that? Why do people procrastinate? People procrastinate because they have a fear of failure. One reason why people procrastinate is one reason why people do not want to do that work, do not want to enter into that work is the fear of failure. They're afraid of failing. They think that if we do not know this work and if we are going to do this work, we might fail, and they do not want to fail. And that is the reason they procrastinate. Just for example, let's say a task has been given in the company. Let's say you are very good in doing your work, presenting your work, but you are not good in talking to external clients. And you are being given a task to contact one of the client and talk to them about your business strategy. You simply keep yourself busy in other not so important tasks so that you do not have to do that thing, because you know you won't be able to crack the deal. Why that is there? Because there is the fear of failures. This is one of the reasons why people procrastinate is they do not want to fail. They are afraid of failing in their life. Second is it worth the effort? People think, am I supposed to do this? Putting so much of efforts, getting this much of result. Shall I go for this? Shall I do this? This is again one of the reasons of procrastinating. Is it worth the efforts to do this thing? Avoiding an uncomfortable situation. You are simply avoiding an uncomfortable situation. Let's say someone has asked you to do something in which you are not comfortable. You don't want to do that thing. You will again procrastinate. You will again find out the reason, or you will keep yourself busy in something so that you do not have to face that situation. Do not have to work for that situation. So again, this is one of the reasons. You are overloaded and overextended. You are already having so much of work in your hand that now you cannot work for anything else. So that can be one of the reason of procrastination, the overloaded of work, going with the very hectic day. So here the reason is not intentional, but already you are packed up with so much of stuff, so much of work that you are not in a state to take any extra work, and for this reason you simply postpone. You just say that I will do it later. You do not know how to prioritize. In goal setting, what we discussed, set many goals for yourself, but prioritize your goal, that which goal is more important. If you are unable to prioritize your goal, you will end up procrastinating the thing, because you don't know what is to be achieved first. Let's say that yesterday when I took the example of 5 goals which you have set for yourself. The first goal is getting a job in the startup company. Second goal is buying a car. Third goal is going for a trip. Fourth goal is buying a house. And fifth goal is getting a degree. Doing some specific certified course which is required for a job. So out of these, you choose the first goal of exploring going out for a trip, exploring the country. Do you think it's the right choice? No, it is not the right choice. In same way, when you do not know how to prioritize the work, you simply procrastinate the things which are very important. Now here, what did you procrastinated? You procrastinated your professional course. That should have been your first and foremost thing. So make sure that you know how to prioritize your work. Otherwise, if you do not prioritize your work, it becomes one of the reason of procrastination. Next is you are perfectionist. You think that I'm perfection, so I'll do it later. I won't take a lot of time to do that thing. So again, this is one of the reason. Next is you are just not interested. You do not want to do that work. You are not interested in doing that work, and that becomes another reason of procrastination. If you're not interested, let's say we have got some boring tasks in which we are not at all interested. That is again one of the reasons why people procrastinate. If we find the task interesting, if we find the task challenging, we are definitely going to do that work. We will manage the time somehow. But if we do not want to do that work, if we are not interested in doing that work, then we will not be interested. We will simply avoid doing that work. And that avoid is again related to procrastinating. Avoiding the things, delaying the things, shifting it to later hours, postponing the things. All these terms are directly related to procrastination. Next point is lack of time management skills. See, don't you think that time management skills and you're overloaded, both the things are closely related to each other. Most of the time, you are actually not overloaded with the work, but you are unable to manage your time properly, and that becomes the reason that you simply procrastinate the thing because you do not have the time. And at the time you do not have the time because you couldn't prioritize the thing, you couldn't manage your time properly, you couldn't plan out the things properly, and that becomes the reason for procrastination. The last point comes is you cannot get started. You cannot get started. You are just thinking, you are just thinking today, tomorrow, day after tomorrow, and you keep on delaying the thing. You are not starting only. So that is again one of the reasons why people procrastinate. The most important and the most common reason of procrastination is the fear of failure. Many people simply do not want to do any kind of work just because they do not want to fail in their life. They just think that we are born to succeed, not to fail. Next, how to overcome procrastination. How to change this later to now. What do you think? What are the ways by which we can overcome procrastination? There are the 6 different ways by which we can overcome procrastination. The first way is address the cognitive distortion. Address the cognitive distortion. Now, addressing the cognitive distortion means challenge the cognitive distortion. What is cognitive distortion? First thing is address the cognitive distortion. In this, the cognitive distortion means always measure the estimate time or the actual time which is required to complete the task by keeping the track of time. So first is challenge the cognitive distortion. Challenge yourself that, okay, this is the time by which the work is to be finished and I'm going to finish it within time. Challenge your cognitive distortion. It is hopeless. People think that it is hopeless to do that thing. Do not have these things in your mind if you want to overcome procrastination. No, if you are going to keep these things in the mind that it is hopeless to do that, it's too late, you cannot do that. So for first thing which you have to do to avoid procrastination is addressing the cognitive distortion. And this cognitive distortion is first challenge the cognitive distortion that this is the time by which the thing is to be finished. Finish it before that. Challenge yourself that yes, I can do it. Second, do not think that it is hopeless. It is not hopeless. Nothing is hopeless. People just have the perception about the things that it is hopeless to do that. Why should we do that? It is too late to do that thing. No, it is not hopeless, and it is never too late to do anything. Most of the people, they want to do something in their life. They want to establish their business. They struggle for 1 year, 2 years, and then they believe that no, it is hopeless to do that. It is too late to start the business. No, address those things. It is never too late. It is never hopeless to do that work. Believe in yourself. Say that, yes, I have the ability to do that thing and I cannot do it later. I have to do it right now. The time is now. If time goes, I won't be able to do it afterwards. Say yourself like, no, I have to do it now. Until and unless you do not get a valid answer for postponing the thing, for delaying the thing. Stick to that thing. Say that, no, I am going to do it. I will do it, and I will do it now. You will not perform better under pressure. Do not think this thing, that you'll not perform better under pressure. More pressure is obviously not good for you, but yes, some pressure is okay. You perform best when you are under pressure. So the first way for overcoming procrastination is address the cognitive distortion. Second thing, organization. Organize yourself. The people who are organized will never procrastinate the thing because they always stick to the plan they have made for themselves. They always stick to the work they have assigned for the specific day. So make yourself organized. The ways to make yourself organized is use a planner or appointment book. Get yourself a planner, get yourself an organizer, get yourself an appointment book where you are writing all the things about your appointments, about your plannings, that what are the plans for today, what I'm going to do today, what I'm going to do tomorrow. Plan out the things. Use a planner, use appointment book, work backward from the due date. So the best way to achieve the task on time is to work backward from the due date. Always while assigning the time or the date to the work, make sure you are moving back. You are starting it from backward, from the due date, because this will help you to give the right time to each and every activity and to finish up the task within time. All tasks can and should be broken down. You do not have to take the task entirely as one thing. Break down your task. Divide it into small tasks. Have short tasks which you can accomplish within a day or within a week. It will help you to measure the progress. It will help you to check where you have reached, what you have achieved till now. So keep a track. Break down the task into small parts and keep a track of activities and dates. Once you have broken down the task, once you have planned out for the entire month, make sure you are keeping a track of the activities and the dates which you have mentioned. Make sure that you are working you are working as per the schedule which you have made for yourself, because if you are not sticking to the schedule, it is useless to create a planner, to plan out your day, to keep your journal, because you have made these things so that you can keep the track of the activities and you are finishing of the work as per the date and time assigned by you. Start every day with a review. So now see, whenever in the morning when you are starting, just review the work which you have done last night. You can do that in the night as well as in the morning, because why it is important, so that you can check whether you were able to finish off the task on time or you need to make some changes in your planner. So start every day with a review and keep a daily to-do list. Make sure you are keeping a daily to-do list. What you are going to do today should be ready with you by yesterday night, a night before. Everything should be ready with you, that this is what I have to do. This is what this is how I'll be doing. So these are the list of work which I have to do tomorrow, and you have the planner ready with you. You have your to-do list ready with you, and these are the things which is going to show that yes, you are an organized person. Never procrastinate. So the first way of overcoming the procrastination was address the cognitive distortion. Second way was be organized. So these are the two ways. And now third way is the procrastination strategies. Now, what are the procrastination strategies? There are basically 5 strategies which you can use. The first strategy is do the one thing. The large task appears overwhelming, so it's better to break into smaller and more manageable tasks and then focus on one at a time. Just think, you have been given a task which will take 6 months to complete. Do you think if you are just going to work on that task, that will ever motivate you, encourage you, boost your energy? No. So it is better that you just break down the large task into small parts and then start working on that. You just focus, like even if you have divided the work into small tasks, you just need to focus on one task at a time. Set deadlines. When we were reading about goal setting, I told you that setting the deadlines is very important. If you do not set the deadlines, your goal is just a dream which you are seeing with open eyes. So set the deadlines. It can be set by yourself or by your client or by the customer, which forces us to get things done on the time. Task tends not to be concrete in our mind without a clearly defined deadline. Just take the example of the assignment. If you do not get a deadline for the assignment, you will never submit your assignment. Right? Yes. So if we do not give deadlines to the things, we are never going to finish off those things on time. Next is done is better than perfect. There is nothing like perfection. In the entire world, no one is perfect. So no one is perfect. So do not run behind perfection, that I'll do it when I'll become perfect in doing this thing. No. It is important that you just give your best, you just start doing your best rather than waiting to be perfect in that specific field. What matters is strive to do our absolute best rather than striving for the perfection, because there is nothing like perfection. Because in the race of perfection, in the race of running behind perfection, it is the death of many brilliant ideas, products or businesses. People just think, no, we are going to do the work when we are going to become perfect. First, let us be perfect. And in the race of running behind the perfection, they lose many things. So do not run behind perfection. Just give your best. Try to do the absolute best which you can do to deliver your best to get the work done with perfection. So done is better than perfect. Get to work. Don't wait for the right time or any inspiration to come. Just get up and go to work. Today, if you think that, yes, I have to prepare myself for a competitive exam, get up, start preparing. Do not feel that, no, let the right time come. Not today, tomorrow, day after tomorrow, when this will happen, when that will happen. No, if you think you have to do that, do not waste your time in planning. Rather, just get up and get the work done. And the last thing is set discipline. Discipline yourself. that whatever you have planned for yourself, you are going to stick by that and you are going to do that work properly. You will be finishing off that work. So that means set discipline for yourself. The strategies where you are setting up the discipline, you are sticking to the plan that you have made for yourself. Now, with this, we have come to the end of today's session, the procrastination strategies. Now, in the next session, we will be talking about what are the ways to avoid procrastination, how you can avoid procrastination, that we are going to discuss in the next session of goal setting. I hope whatever we have learned till now was clear with you, right? Okay, so we'll see you next week with the steps, with the ways to avoid procrastination and achieve your goal. And yes, it is really true. If you are going to avoid procrastination, then only you can achieve your goals. You can reach closer to your goals. That's all for today's session. Bye-bye. Have a wonderful day.